interviewer, her name's Dr. Princess Odelia, she told me not to contact you because she said you probably are involved in my sister being missing, and you're probably stealing all of her money in the first place. You know where she was and all of that. And I was like,
so let me pause you right there, right? So, what do you think about that? Like when people come up with these like wild conspiracy theories and stuff like that, right? What do you think when she said that? What thoughts went through your head?
I'm like, okay. She was like, well, it's obvious and apparent in this video that she's not typing and you're just pretending like you're talking to her. And then she was like, you're pretending to talk to her and stuff. And I'm like, what? And she's like, there's no audio in it. You're being a fraud and all of that stuff. So now
So wait, so hold on. Let me pause you right there. So are you telling me that this lady was trying to accuse you of basically pretending to like be talking to your sister?
Yeah.
And I know that eventually there was one filed, but how many days did it take for her to file it?
A month, because according to my knowledge, I believe that there was a police report filed. And then my mom said there was. And then she was like, yeah, it already happened and all of that stuff. I made a copy with the police and all of that. And I was like, okay, good. And then she winds up saying, no, there's no police report filed and none of that. And I was like...
So she didn't even... So hold on. So from the time that Jamiya left the hospital and disappeared up until just a few days ago, she hadn't filed anything?
Yes, she hadn't filed jack.
Can I talk to Shishi real quick?
Yep, talk to the OC.
All right. Shishi!
What's up,
the
man?
people's champ. The champ is here.
What's up, man?
Why isn't she more concerned about looking for her daughter?
You know what, Marcus, with me being a person that I am, I'm gonna keep it all the way above with you, right?
What's up, YouTube? I have the best trainer in Atlanta and possibly the world. Hit him up on Instagram at KD with the muscle. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with the update. So guys, you know, I don't know if you saw the last video, but you know, things that got a little tense. Jaden had to leave his mom's house. And so, you know, he needed to link up with someone. So of course, who do we have but Shishi to the rescue? Shishi to the rescue. Of course, cousin Shishi. She's everybody's cousin now. She's all of our cousins. So cousin Shishi to the rescue. So okay, so Jaden, tell us what's going on.
All right, so what happened was, like, people have been asking me, are you okay with your mom and all of that on Facebook? Because my first incident on Facebook was that I said some suicidal stuff. I was upset. I was furious at my mom. And I was like, okay, I want to die and all of that stuff. And people gave me encouragement not to do it. And I thank all of you for supporting me in that. But the instance was she kept dogging me and upset at me. I was like, just felt upset because she kept saying I was a liar, that I shouldn't trust you because she said that the money wasn't enough to be paid to me for doing an interview about my sister in the first place. And I was like, what? And she kept telling me not to do an interview. And then I still do it regardless because I need the platform to try to find my sister. But her interviewer, her name's Dr. Princess Odelia, she told me not to contact you because she said you probably are involved in my sister being missing and you're probably stealing all of her money in the first place. You know where she was and all of that. And I was like,
so let me pause you right there, right? So what do you think about that? Like when people come up with these like wild conspiracy theories and stuff like that, right? What do you think when she said that? What thoughts went through your head?
I'm like, okay, no, that doesn't make sense because the guy that helped me come down here in the first place, my sister was already up there simply because of you, and I thank you for that. And the fact that I'm up here now is because of you, because they would have never found me in the first place if it wasn't for you and your channel finding my sister, and then later finding out that she was a twin, and then finding me. So that was that. Then it's like, what pisses me off is that this scenario is not about what the actual problem is. My twin sister that I've had my entire life is missing. And what you're worried about is not the fact that her being missing, it's the fact that I'm not getting paid enough for an interview. So to you, your own blood is not worth it compared to money. So you want money, you want wealth instead of a family and all of that. It's just ridiculous. And so I was pissed off at that. But see, what pissed me off more was the day I finally left, I had snapped because during the season, Dr. Odelia, this was yesterday. She was on the phone with my mom saying she was gonna go live. Well, mother, so-called now, I'm pretty sure this home, but yeah, she had told her that I should stop looking for my sister because I'm the reason that I could cause her more harm. I'm the reason, she's changed and stuff and all of that, and that I should stop looking for her, stop trying to be involved, and the more involved I get, the worse it gets for her. So she's telling me to completely stop associating myself with her in the first place. So I was like, no. So at that point, I was already pissed off because I had explained to her what was going on in, that video about my sister texting me and all of that stuff. I was like, my sister, she texted me because I told you the first time she had tried to call me, it didn't work, so she texted me that big paragraph. That was her.
Right.
And then I tried to call her. It worked. And so we finally connected and talked. And he told me on the video that it is very apparent to professionals that she is not typing whatsoever to you whatsoever. I'm like, yes, she is. And then she was like, okay, then prove it. Because I was like, what? Because I sent her the first text of her typing, and I tried to send a comparison text that had happened a while back. So she compared the text, and so that was proof that it was actually her. And she was like, well, one of them don't make sense. It's obviously not her and all of that stuff. And I was like, yes, it is. And then I showed her the video. She had already seen the video. I'm like, yeah, that's her. She was like, well, it's obvious and apparent in this video that she's not typing and you're just pretending like you're talking to her. And then she was like, you're pretending to talk to her and stuff. And I'm like, what? And she's like, there's no audio in it. You're being a fraud and all of that stuff. So now
So hold on. Let me pause you right there. So are you telling me that this lady was trying to accuse you of basically pretending to be talking to your sister?
Yeah. And so at that point, I left out the room. I was already pissed off. My mom is just already talking. He left out the room, just talked to me. And then she well, y'all, the only reason why y'all got any money in Atlanta was because y'all was selling y'all bodies and stuff. And I'm like, what? I was already pissed off. I'm just saying.
So wait, hold on. Let's distinguish. When you say her, are you talking about Odelia, or are you talking about your mom?
My mom. That's what she said. Dr. Ophelia was agreeing with all of that, and then she was agreeing with it and all of that, and then my mom, she was like, well, people get killed over all of this stuff. Y'all stop playing around, because she was thinking that I knew where my sister was. And she was saying that I knew where my sister was and that this is all a scam, this is a joke, and all of this. I'm like, no, I don't. And then she was like, well, y'all joking around with all of this stuff. And then she was like, people get killed over this stuff. And then she brings in my sister that had passed away. Like, I already had my sister die, and you're going to be the reason why my daughter dies again. And I'm like, I don't know none of this stuff. And she's like, both of y'all could die because both of y'all could be tracked down and stuff, and you're getting yourself hurt. And I was like, I don't care about getting myself hurt. I had depression and all of this stuff, and I was really going into it. I was like, I wanted to die and all of that stuff.
So wait, so that's when you made those Facebook posts?
Yeah, I was suicidal, and so.
And she's the one that triggered that.
Yeah, it triggered me.
Oh my goodness.
It triggered me, and then she was like, okay, good. That's good for you. I don't care. And then she said, I don't give a mother thing about none of this. And And then I would be like, and I snapped off. Somebody had offered me to leave that house, stay with her, because nobody really trusted that she cared about me. And at this point, I kind of realized that. So, like, yeah, had offered me to leave, and I said I would leave in like a month. So I was like, I told her I'm gonna leave in a month, and she was like, okay, good. I don't understand why you came up here anyway. Go ahead, leave. I don't need you here and all of that. So I was like, okay. And then I stormed out the door. I was crying. Then I made Facebook post, and then I went over to my cousin's house, got to calm down and all this stuff. I made a rant. Left down there. Well, she's still making that. She's still doing the same thing. Still going off about that. She'd be like, mother liars and all of this stuff, and they can't be trusted, and they faking and all of this. And I'm like, whatever.
Why does she think? Hold on. Let me pause you. Why do you think she thinks that you guys are faking this?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's like, because I'm searching for my sister hard and fast. And it seems like she's not really caring about the situation of my sister missing. She cares more about the fact, about the money that's trying to help us find her. And then she's not really trying to help none of that, because majority of that money went to her regardless.
So let me ask you this. Let me pause you right there. So I saw that people was trying to figure out, like, at a certain point, what was being done. Was there a police report filed, this and that? So, and I know that eventually there was one filed, but how many days did it take for her to file it?
A month, because according to my knowledge, I believe that there was a police report filed, and then my mom said there was, and then she was like, "Yeah, it already happened and all of that stuff. I made a copy with the police and all of that." And I was like, "Okay, good." And then she winds up saying, no, there's no police report filed and none of that. And I was like...
So she didn't even... So hold on. So from the time that Jamiya left the hospital and disappeared up until just a few days ago, she hadn't filed anything?
Yeah, she hadn't filed jack. She didn't care nothing about that.
Now I'm starting to figure out... I'm starting to...
Then Dr. She was like, there needed to be a police report filed. And then she finally did a police report. And then she was like, you need to do a report on your adopted parents and all of that. And honestly, I agreed with that, because in this entire situation we wouldn't have been in if, you know...
Well, no. Let me say this. You wouldn't have been in this entire situation had your mom, your biological mom, not lost you guys in the first place. So we could always play the... if you can go back and do this and do that. Yeah. So trust me, nobody has done you guys right. So I'm not giving any credence to the the adopted parents, but if she wants to say that, then she could just point the fingers back at herself and say that if she wouldn't have done whatever, she wouldn't have lost you guys. They would have never ended up at the Bratcher's house in the first place.
Yeah, true. And so I left. I was upset, and I slept the night off at my cousin Pike's house. Came back the next morning, everyone, all of this stuff, and then she on the same time, she on the same stuff, and then she keeps stressing. All right, I need all your stuff cleaned up for when you leave, because I don't need to know when. I don't know when you gonna leave, and all of this stuff. And I'm like, okay, because she keeps stressing that, and she keeps telling me. But then today, I come back, right? She yelling at me. She was like, Marcus, get to a bus ticket. She's like, man, yeah. I'm like, well, and then she's like, okay, good. And then I come into the house, and she's like, all your stuff, I already organized all your stuff. She had thrown all of my clothes and stuff into a corner. She had thrown my laptop into a corner and all of that. I was like, okay. So then I organized all of this stuff. And then Dr. O'Dealy come on the phone, right? But before this, she keeps stressing, it's finally my turn for an interview and all of that stuff. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, the lady we were on the phone with just called us. And then Dr. Ophelia, she was like, he lied on stuff and everything. Okay, right? Let me do it correctly.
So hold on, Jada. Hold on. Slow down. So for whatever reason, the connection, make sure you're speaking directly kind of into the microphone, okay?
Yeah, I got you. Sorry. Don't cut. All right. right.
Yeah, try not to cuss so I ain't got to edit too much out.
I got you. So, Dr. Delia, he was on the phone. And she had just called my mom. She was saying, we about to go live. My mom was like, finally, it took forever. It takes forever, right? And so she was like, we finally about to go live. But I had done a talk with somebody on Facebook live about all the stuff that was going on about my sister and stuff.
The TikTok lady, I saw that.
And all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so see, Dr. Delia said that I said that my mom had made me pay rent. Let me clarify something. I didn't say I was paying rent. I said it was like paying rent because majority of my money went to a bunch of stuff that she wanted me to buy. She kept telling me to buy stuff. And so I cleaned the bathroom. I took the bathroom. She's like, I don't see why you need a glove and stuff. Because there's bleach in the water, and she wanted me to clean the tub, clean the walls, clean the sink, and all of that. And I was like, okay, cool. And so she made me buy this, I know what it is. It's like a brush that I clean the walls and stuff with. So I bought that, bought some bleach, bought some food.
So let me pause you right there. Let me get this clear, man. Just so I can get this, summarize this for the audience. So you're saying that after losing you at the age of 4 years old, not being completely out of your life for 14 years, somehow, miraculously, based off of a YouTube video, getting back in touch with you guys and getting you up there, she has managed to lose Jamiya, and she as soon as you came in, was expecting you to spend money on the household right away.
Yeah, and she apparently don't pay yet because she kept stressing. I just found from Fishi what Section 8 was because you had told me that, and I was like, what? And she wasn't paying rent. She wasn't paying none of that stuff. And every time, all that time, I was spending that money. She was saying, I got to pay rent around here. I got to pay for electric. I got to pay for all of this stuff. And then she said, you ain't contributing nothing. So I'm buying some food for myself. Because the moment, my first week there, I was eating, right? And she said, all right, you eat too much. I can see how it is for you to pay for some stuff, right? So I bought my stuff. And then she was like, well, now, all right, fine, you do that. And she said, she was just, because that was the time y'all called me and I was in that store. I was in that grocery store.
Right.
And, yeah, I was just spending some stuff for food. Then I went to the dollar store, bought a bunch of crap. And then the last time I went to the store, that was at Walmart. She had bought some stuff. And then it's like, oh, you pay for big bucks. You can pay for your own stuff. Because I wanted to get my stuff. And then I was like, okay. So then she told me, she paid for some of the stuff, and then she told me, you paying for the rest of it. And I was like, okay. So then I paid for the rest of that. And then, like, it was just a...
So listen, let me pause you here, right? Because I get it, man. It's a lot of venting and, listen, I want you to vent until the cows come home, okay? But I want to try to keep it, a little bit concise, just for the sake of the viewers and everybody else, because the conversations that we've had, they will have already seen this already, right? So they've heard this stuff, okay? Okay, so I want to talk about moving forward. So for one thing, it seems like you're basically back at Shishi's house. Is that correct?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing about Shishi. She didn't want me talking to Shishi. She didn't want me talking to my grandpa Kenny. She didn't want me talking to nobody in his part of the family. And she didn't want me going over to my cousin Pipe's crib anyway. Because she kept, all of this stuff, she kept saying. Said Shishi was messy, Auntie Linda was messy. And then she really don't like Auntie Linda. I don't know what the possible bad blooded that was. But she kept saying a bunch of stuff. She kept saying a bunch of crap. She told me not to hang out with Shishi. And while doing this, she said, "You don't know none of them. I've been with them for years. You just got down here. You don't know when you being played because your goals look just like your sister because both of y'all are special needs." And then she was like, "Are you stupid or retarded?" And all of that stuff. And then I was like, "Okay." So then, yeah.
So she said that to you?
She's been saying a bunch of crap to me, but words don't. I mean, I'm used to that. So that don't
Yeah,
really
I get it. I get it, man. I mean, I want to tell you, man. I want to tell you, and I'm gonna keep it real with you, right? At a certain point, man, you're gonna need intense therapy. Because the things that you think are normal, the things that you've normalized, the type of behavior that you have written off as just how people are, you're going to have to unlearn that. And you're going to have to, no, I'm serious, because they have really messed you up, man. They've really messed you up. So I just want to put that out there. But okay. So at this point, we're going to be talking to, I'm going to reach out to Pastor Brian again tomorrow, and we're going to see what we can do to get you down here and see how, like if the housing is already set up, let's see if we can get you down here right away type deal. Is that something that you're down for?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. Can I talk to Shishi real quick?
Yep. Talk to the OC.
All right. Shishi!
What's up,
The
man?
people's champ. The champ is here.
What's up, man?
Listen. People don't know, man. You could have bowed out of this at any point. You could have bowed out of this at any. I'm saying you could have bowed out at any point. You could have washed your hands clean of this situation at any point. And there have been many reasons why you could have, but here you are. And I got to tell you, just as someone that has kind of been following this story the whole time, I'm really happy and appreciative for you.
No problem, man.
100%, man, because these kids have not had a fighting chance. They just have not had a fighting chance. And go ahead.
Man, it's messed up, Joe. It really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm really speechless. You know what I'm saying? Because I told you in the beginning, it's like a Lifetime movie to me.
It's deeper than rap, man. It's deeper than rap. Like,
and instead of us trying to be there, as a family, as a whole, like, it's just getting worse. You know what I'm saying? But I told Jaden, I said, I ain't gonna say too much. I said, cause I love you, I'm here. I said, I got you. I said, he said his mom kept calling him. She wanted him to leave my house, and she wanted him to come over there. Like I said, I'm just a cousin. Go ahead. I said, I knew he was gonna be calling. You know what I'm saying? I already knew. But like I said, all I can do, man, is make sure he's straight. He called me, I'm coming. He had got out of his body, about 2 times, and I told him, I don't play that. I don't play that at all. My son's 16. I don't play no disrespect. I told him all that cussing. I know you 18. I love you, cuz. We can ball out. Goddamn it. We can go to the movies. We can go bowling. We can eat. We can talk. You can vent. But you ain't finna be doing all that cussing. But he told me that wasn't him. He said his mama told him to text me all that, whatever he had said. So I said, all right, don't worry about it. Which I kind of figured, because, the vibe I give him, whether a person has special needs or needed extra attention, when a person is genuine. You can feel, it's like an animal and a baby.
Yep.
If an evil person pick up a baby, that baby go holler. You ain't gonna know what's wrong with that.
Facts. Dogs gonna get the barking all crazy. Yep.
So once again, I picked him up. He stayed with me for a couple of days. I took him to his mama's house, and I just picked him up again. You know what I'm saying? I got him and until he figure out what he want to do. I really want him to, pursue his education so he can, be around people his age. And, I don't want him to stunt his growth being down here anyway, because it's going to always be somebody hindering his growth. Like, and it can be the closest one to you, who you think the closest one to you.
That's what it seems like.
I want to see him be great. I ain't had no good life myself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm good.
So listen, I want to ask you. I want to ask you some questions, right?
What's up?
So, you know, the wheels in my head are starting to turn now because of the conversation that he said he had with that Dr. Odelia lady and the mom, and them trying to throw out all these wild conspiracy theories. But honestly, why would she not be looking for her daughter?
Wait, when you say she, who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the biological mom. I'm talking about your cousin. Why would she like not be spending more energy and time to look for her daughter? It really makes me wonder. Like it really does. And it makes me wonder with all type of wild theories in my head. Like, why isn't she more concerned about looking for her daughter?
You know what, Marcus, with me being the person that I am, I'm gonna keep it all the way above with you, right? I can't speak for her. But as a parent, as a mother, when you're not used to being a mother, you don't know how. I can say that. I don't know. That's something that you have to contact Brenda and ask her, because I don't know. It's sad. It's sad. Man, it's I don't know. Like, I've been trying to figure it out too.
I mean,
man.
Yeah, it bugs me so much, man. Like, and then to
it's my little cousin. What you mean, man? This is ridiculous. It's man. This man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It makes me go to the wildest conspiracy theories in my head. Like, it really makes me look at the situation and say, like, what is really going on? Like, what is the real deal? Because why would she have that girl come up there? And it also makes me question. So, okay, I have so many questions when I heard him say that, as far as his mom and the money and everything else, it makes me question that whole thing that Jamiya said about Ruby with the money and everything like that. Like, I'm wondering, did the mom take any of the money?
Well, I picked Jamiya up, so I know that she didn't take none of Jamiya's money. I know for a fact that Jamiya didn't have no money. Because, like I said, I took Jamiya out to eat, I took her bowling, you know what I'm saying? So I know she didn't have no money. So she didn't do that. You know, I know that. Even when my uncle took her to buy her another phone, she still didn't have no money. Even when she left from her mother's house, she didn't have no money. You know what I'm saying? But money shouldn't have nothing to do with nothing. If me as a person ain't seen my child, and man, I went to prison. I was gone for 2 years, a couple times. I was going crazy without my son.
Yeah.
So 14 years, I wouldn't know what to do.
My spirit gets drained when if I don't see my kids for 2 days in a row. My spiritual energy is so low. I'm walking around like I'm just like. Yeah, I get it.
Like, for real, I'm just saying, like, I'm just being honest. Like, who, man? That's Marcus, man. It's, man. I can't really. I can, but I'm not gonna even elaborate too much, because, like I said, you know, that is my first cousin. You know what I'm saying? She done told him all type of crazy shit about me. I just can't believe it. I did call her to ask her though, and she said it wasn't true, but you know, it is what it is. I ain't even gonna get into all that, man. But she know what's up with me. You know what I'm saying? I got my little cousin. It's just simple as that, man. We got him. You know, everybody she said she wanted to be around. He around us right now. He eating. He's straight. You know what I mean?
Well, listen.
All I can say is, God, you know, she gonna be all right.
She gonna get whatever she deserves, good or bad, huh?
She gonna be all right. Promise.
Man, I tell you what. All right, well, look, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all all night, man. Like, I continue to be amazed at where this story goes, but it's like I was telling Jaden, man, like, something in my heart just tells me that this is gonna have such a good ending. It really does, man. And I told Jaden that on August 29th of 2023, which is gonna be a year from when he was dropped off in Atlanta on his 18th birthday. When his birthday comes back around in August, I told him he's probably not even going to be able to recognize his life. He's gonna look around and he's gonna be in school. He's gonna have housing. He'll have probably other resources, and he will not even recognize his own life from a year ago.
I believe that as long as he stay prayed up and don't stress, I know he messed up because, they already endured so much of their life, but he also grew up with his twin. So I know her being gone is bothering him already.
To his core.
You need somebody who go, comfort you despite of whatever. Like, and you should be able to go to your mama before anybody. You shouldn't have to do no interviews. You shouldn't have to call your cousin. You shouldn't have to call nobody but Jesus and your mama. You should always have your mother as a person to call on. And if you ain't got that, shit, I probably feel like commit suicide too.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be honest.
I can't even imagine what it feels like to be in his shoes right now. I really can't.
I know, but we ain't grow up like him though. When you grew up with your twin all your life, and you like, okay, when I'm down in Atlanta, my sister going, I'm finna go home to my mama and see, what it's like. And if you go there and you feel like you ain't getting no love or nothing, it's just
that's got to be the biggest disappointment ever. Think about that. Think about desiring to know your biological mom for 14 years, and then when you finally get up there and get to meet her and get to know her, she turns out to be like that. That's got to be one of the biggest letdowns, man. One of the biggest, deflators.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But like I said, Marcus, long as little cuz stay prayed up, he stay prayed up and just keep on going forward, everything gonna happen. Everything gonna play out right. That's all he got to do. Like, Jamiya gonna come back around. I'm glad she alive. That's one good thing.
I was about to say, that's a silver lining. That's a silver lining.
What I'm saying? Although whatever she's doing, it ain't right or whatever, but she's alive. She was smart enough to contact her twin. She didn't care about nobody, let her know she was alive. Whether she was directed to do that, she still did it.
Yep.
So at least she alive, and I just pray God just keep on talking to her, working with her or something, because, man, I think they'll be much better if they was together, but he gotta live for right now. She gonna come around. I feel
it. All right, man. Like I say, I ain't gonna keep you. It's Sunday night, so I'm gonna get ready for the week ahead, and I'm gonna let you do the same. And
all right, I appreciate you, man.
Listen, Jaden. You know what I'm saying? Definitely keep your head up. We're gonna be in contact. We're gonna be in contact daily, okay? So you can call me at any time, man. I'll stop what I'm doing and give you an ear if you need it, okay? And in the meanwhile, let's definitely, whatever you got to do, man, to whatever the pastor and his people ask you to do or whatever, go ahead and do it, and let's get you down here, okay?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. How you feel?
Irritated, pissed off, crazy upset. And I don't know, depressed, which is obvious. That's what I feel every day, but it's just a bunch of emotions. Not good, but it's just a bunch of emotions. Typical emotions I deal with on a daily basis, just amplified, you could say.
All right, man. Well, listen, man, I'm really sorry that you feel that way, but we're going to work hard on our end to make things better, okay? So you got a whole team of people that's working on your behalf now. So I want you to take a little bit of rest and solace in knowing that.
I got you.
All right, man. All right, man. Well, listen, I'm going to talk to y'all later, okay? We'll talk tomorrow. All right, man. Have a good one.
Yep. Thanks,
all right.
Marcus.
All right, Shishi.
All right, Marcus, man. You take care.
You too now.